I'm curious about your thoughts about the president's recent comments about the Smithsonian and how there's an overemphasis on slavery. I mean, obviously, this is directly targeting someone like you.
Yeah.
So, give me your thoughts on it.
Well, my thoughts on that is he's trying to cover things up. I mean, this we could be frank and we could be very simplistic about it. There are things that he's trying to cover up. America has America has committed some sins and still has to pay the piper for them. And I believe it is. I believe, in my personal opinion, I believe America's going to be like Rome. Um, I think it's going to eventually fall. We're a very, very young country, very young, not even 500 years old. You know what I'm saying? We're young. Uh, but I believe he's trying to erase that and trying to play a game in which he, make America great again. Make America great again for you. You know what I'm saying? Is it for your rich people, for the rich people, for the people that want to stick their head in the sand? Working in a museum, I'm always, even our executive director, we always stress the truth. And it's about, and I think a lot of it is also guilt. White people have white guilt, and I think people have subconsciously told themselves that, it's not as bad as it seems. It's not, slavery wasn't that bad. I've heard people say that. It's just part of history. We can't erase history, but I've heard people say that. But I believe Donald Trump is literally trying to put himself on a higher pedestal with a certain demographic of people, which they are white supremacists. We all know that they are white supremacists. And I just, me and our museum that I work at, we're going to continue to tell the truth. We're going to continue to, we're not pulling no punches. I believe that the Smithsonian is federally funded, right? So they might very well, I think, in my personal opinion, that they should take the artifacts. If he actually makes do good on that, is just literally, disperse them to all these smaller museums around here that are state funded, maybe locally funded, community funded, and put them there and still tell the stories.
That's a good idea, if it does turn out that the funding is lost somehow, but we'll see what happens. A lot of what Trump does is just for show, so we'll see.
Yeah, he's just talking, but if he does do that, I mean, we thought he wasn't going to do some things that he's done already.
It's true. I don't put anything past him at this point. I mean, the man has manipulated the rule of law in a way that I was taught would never probably happen when I went to law school. So, I have no idea.
I mean, I think he's turning DC into Nazi Germany. I mean, having police, patrol the streets and call out the National Guard and all that stuff. That reminds me of Nazi Germany, like this Gestapo. What are you doing? Where are your freedom papers at? Where,
And we're just at the beginning of it, right? Because, with the new legislation that was passed, the billions of dollars that are going to be going to ICE, all the private prisons that have been built, just waiting to put people in. Yeah, this place is, it's on a fast track towards Nazi Germany, and we're pretty close to already there. Like that is the part that I feel like a lot of Americans are not perceiving that, unfortunately, despite the people in my circle, my social circle, right? I try to keep a social circle with people who are aware of the fascism that's rapidly spreading and pretty much entrenched almost in our government. But so I talk to a lot of people who understand the situation. But, oftentimes when I'm talking to strangers, either if I say something about fascism or if I say something about, people being kidnapped off the streets or, people's constitutional rights being violated or whatever else, people just pretend like I didn't say anything. That is the number one reaction so far. Or they'll just they just will have no response. Like silence is the response, is the number one response. Right. So, I feel like it's kind of similar to what we were talking about earlier, right? Like where either you're going to accept what's going on, you're going to like create some other mythology or story that, was fed to you, right? So a lot of people, they've been being fed this whole time stories, and they're just waiting for the next story to be fed, I feel like, and they're not really trying to look around them and see, hey, what is actually reality here?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support, and see you next time.